Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based upon wherever you are. Welcome to Kit Labs webinar. Today we are going to talk about utility companies and how do we provide the solution to the utility companies um, by Kit Labs. So, a few things which we are gonna speak today, but before that, my name is Satinder Sidhu. I'm an architect and director, and I have with me Aryan Jatav, who is our business analyst and help to take the requirements from our precious clients. So in today's session, we are going to talk about the utility domain, challenges in the utility domain, and how at Kit Labs we provide the solutions which can help them to to interact with their customer and make it a profitable business. A little bit about Kit Labs. So we are a New Jersey-based company in the field for last 9 years, and we have worked with the 20 plus industries with the different domains, with all size, small companies and the large companies. Even though we do all kind of IT solutions, but we are specialized in building the mobile apps. So apps which you see on Apple phones, Android phones, and in the web also. Not the websites, web apps, which contains very complex logic and encapsulate the business logic there. So before we move forward, yes. So our mission is, to provide cutting edge solutions with innovative solutions, and we have very core competency and experience in technology. We are providing these solutions for last so many years, and you can check our portfolio about all of our successful solutions. So as this webinar is focused on the utility industry, so according to the IBIS World, the market research says that the US utility sector revenue is going to reach in 1 trillion in 2025, in this year, which is increased like a 5% from the last year. It is due to because there is increased demand in sustainable and precision utilities, and there is a lot of demand of data-driven and decision-making applications also. So at Kit Labs, we have a comprehensive suite of IT solutions tailored to the need of utility sector. We provide solutions for infrastructure aging. We provide solutions for renewable energy integration, regulatory compliance, and cybersecurity threats also, because cybersecurity threats are at the rise day by day. Let's talk a little bit more about these various options here. Infrastructure aging. So as in the utility sector, you have a lot of infrastructure and a lot of investment already done on this infrastructure. According to every year, this infrastructure is changing, right? Infrastructure is aging and it is going to retire soon. But if we can maintain that infrastructure on the time, you can leverage it for more time. Just assume that it is your car or any of your vehicle. If you do its service time to time, you can use that vehicle for the long time. But if you do not take care of this stuff quickly, you can end up throwing it into the garbage pretty soon. So we provide solutions within IoT solutions and providing some real-time monitoring so that you can find out the problems and the defects quickly, which can increase the lifespan of the infrastructure. Then for the renewable energy integrations, as we see that electric solutions are on the rise, we provide integrations with the grid optimizations and the real-time insights into the energy flow, so you can see on your phone lot on your phone how much energy you are producing and how much energy you are providing back to the electricity board. Now, on the regulatory compliance, this is one of the most complex, area which we have noticed so far. As the public sector utility companies are creating the solutions and interacting with the public, they have to maintain the record. They have to be compliant with all of the government policies. And as those government policies are changing, you have to abide by with the new regulations and provide those documentations in the new way. So we provide the solution to maintain those documents and track when those documents are actually being changed, and they are just as easy as opening up on your mobile app. You open up those solutions on your mobile app, and you can upload those documents, provide all of those regulatory compliance to to the authorities also. Uh, Before I move ahead to the cybersecurity, threats, I see a lot of audience we have on the board. I want to request everyone to please, type in your questions on the chat if you are having any questions, because this is a one-way webinar. At the end, we will answer all of those questions, but we have our team, on spot also. So please type in your questions as we are speaking, so we can provide answers right away. Otherwise, we will provide those answers at the end also. So coming again to the cybersecurity threats. Now, cybersecurity threats are rising. Every day you will see that there is an attack on some company. So the only solution to escape from the cybersecurity threat is increase your awareness and make your infrastructure and service more secure. So we provide the solutions to review your infrastructure and provide the application which can quickly alert you if there is any threat happening in your networks or in your in your utility networks. We are also leveraging AI and machine learning here to update as new threats are coming, to provide to keep updating the new threats also. And finally, for the security and compliance, so all of the applications which we provide, all of the solutions which we provide, we make sure that data is completely encrypted during rest and during it is being saved into the database also. We also abide by with the USDA, FDA, and GDPR, requirements also. So I'm going to take a quick pause and just interact with the audience that we are publishing some polls also to get the feedback from the audience, like what kind of a projects you have, and if there is anything we can help you right away. Okay, cool. We see that. Okay. So now let's gonna talk about quickly how do we build our solutions, as we are specialized in building the mobile applications. So we are gonna talk about how do we build the mobile applications from end to end. So it's a step-by-step process, as according to the software development life cycle. First of all, we talk to the customer and we understand their detailed requirement. What are they trying to achieve? We do some planning sessions and we do our analysis. Our business analysis team join those calls, and we write down all the detailed requirements and break them down into user stories. Then once we have those requirements finalized, then we create prototypes, how the screens will look like, how the application will actually flow, how the user will be interacting with the application, and how the user will be interacting with the different systems at that time. So once we finalize all of those details, then we actually get hands down to the development, and then we do the testing of that. Let's get into the detail how all of these things actually work. So very first section is, if there is a requirement, for building a project, we do some discovery calls and planning calls. And then we prepare the documentation and the flow chart to understand completely the requirement out of your head and put it on the paper, so we can understand that the interaction between the systems and the interaction between the various components of the application. So after these planning sessions, we have a complete detailed requirements written down on the paper and into the form of the flow chart, so that when our teams come on board and we start architecting your application, we can plan that accordingly. So once we have the planning session done, then we start building the prototypes, the UI UX. So these are non-functional designs, but it gives you the look and feel, and it also gives you the feeling how this application will actually behave. This is the opportunity to make any changes if you have any color schemes, or you want to add any functionality, or you want to make any changes into that. This is the perfect time to review those designs. So because once these designs are done, then the most complex portion of the development comes into the picture. Multiple development team and the engineers heads down to start working on the user stories created in the planning session, and they start coding. They write the code into smaller units, and those code gets integrated into a bigger system. And at the same time, we start doing the testing also. Testing involves making sure the final output matches with the requirements which we had in the beginning, and also the product is free from any of the bugs. So that is another thing which we verify at that time. So once we have the testing done, at that time we issue the builds to the customer to review the build, and we also submit those applications to Apple Store and the Google Store. If it is a web application, we do submit that to the web servers also. We can choose the hosting platform based upon your choice. If you have a choice of any the company, we just build the system. Client is responsible for providing us the platforms to deploy those applications. Once these applications are deployed, we are still around, so we provide the post launch support also. They're at very nominal cost. The support plan, you can download our app, or you can go to the web and interact with our team. We provide email support. Time to time, Apple Store and the Google Store launches some new updates, so your application have to abide by with those updates. So we provide all of that maintenance in the post support plans. So there are few different engagement models which you can work with us. So they are either fixed cost. Basically, if you have a small project, we can check the project, and we can review, give you the estimate. Okay, this project is going to take 3 months, and then after that project, um, you know we just define the payment on that, and we just get it done. There's another model which is like a time and material. That means that the project is much bigger. To do that, we the requirements are not fully clear, and requirements are ongoing. So that is the time and material. So we can provide you our team who's very much skilled in building the applications and driving the entire system themselves, and then we can charge you based upon how much time they work on your project, and we can talk in detail about that. Please, um, you can book a session with us to talk into the detail about those sessions. So we also, if you are, I see that some people responded that they are in the beginning stage and they are checking. We are building some of the products. So we have one of our product which we are recently interacting with the customer. For some of the simple apps, you can just go on our app builder, and you can submit a request to build your app yourself. There are plenty of predefined domains and applications defined over there. So please check this URL or scan this QR code and see if it fits you. It can, there are a lot of educational, finance, healthcare, entertainment, domains over there, and you can submit a request, from there, and we will, behind the scene, we will, finish this app for you. We also have, if you are wondering that how, if you have a very complex system and you are wondering how much this will cost us, how much time it will take, you may be working with many companies to check the estimates. So we have built an online tool, calculator.gitlabs.us. You can just go to that URL or scan this QR code, and it's a very step-by-step process, just like a GPS. You provide your information, and it will guide you through the complete estimate, on that. But still, we can help you to, optimize this, the pricing and the time estimate on that. So now Aryan will walk you through how this, cost estimator actually works.
Thank you, sir, for clearing the development cycle model. So now talking about the app cost estimator. So I would like to introduce how our app cost estimator works. So the first step in the estimator is choosing the platform. Users can select between iOS, Android, or any closed platform solution. So after choosing the platform, we go to the next step, that's domain or the industry your app will serve. Basically, it can be e-commerce, healthcare, or education. Each domain has unique requirements. So after choosing the domain part, we move to the next part, that's features. Feature sections allow user to choose functionalities like real chat, push notification, or GPS tracking, so that each selected feature added to development hours and budget. After choosing the feature part, we move to the next part, that's integration. This part basically focuses on integration or the third party that can be a payment gateways, analytics tool, or social media platform. After choosing the integration part, we move to the next part, that's how the user gonna access that application. It's a vital aspect of any app. The estimator provides such a basic email password logins, social sign-ins, or two-factor authentication. After this part, we move to the next part, that's the revenue model. This basically is the part after this is after when your app is gonna live. How we gonna help you in the future? It can be like any of the part where you can choose how to maintain their application. That's maybe a any plan like light ons or any maintenance plan. After choosing that maintenance plan, we gonna move to the next part. That's the end part where you're gonna select and fill the details like your email and phone number, and every details you have choose will be gonna come to your mail, and we will we can contact you, or you can send us the query about the how gonna it work.
Thank you so much, Aryan. Thanks a lot. So that was, pretty much about, the detail, about the system. So we are here to, answer any questions, have. Let me see if there are, some questions over the chat. So I see that, there is a question that, how much does it cost to, build the app? So yeah, please book a session with us, and let me open up, the detail. Yeah, please scan this QR code and book a session with us. Uh, it depends upon the size of the app. If it is a simple app, maybe you can just go to the cost estimator and the app builder. It will walk you through on that. The second question, I see that how much time it takes to build an app. At least minimum 2 months for a very basic app. Maximum it may take 6 months or maybe 1 year also. We need to know the scope of the work. If it is a very basic app, maybe 3 months. For that complete end to end from the planning, designing, to the till the payment also. And yes, so there's a question for the planning session and the discovery session. Yes, so you can book those discovery sessions at no cost with us. We can go through your complete detail requirement, understand your project, and we can give you, the complete estimate and complete timeline, for those projects also. So yeah, please take down our email address or scan this QR code for to book a session, and we are looking forward to work with you. So we are going to keep this session open for a few minutes for any questions and answers. But I would like to thank everyone from around the world who have joined today's session, and really appreciate for your time spent here to listen to us today. Yeah, thank you so much. We are gonna close the session in 3-4 minutes, but in the meantime, we are gonna go off camera, and if there is any direct questions in the chat, we are going to answer those questions. Thank you so much for joining the session today. Thanks a lot.